I want to read you my journal entry for today. Morning guys, I thought I would do like a real-time morning routine vlog today. But I forgot that meant I actually had to put words together the second that I woke up, so yeah, I hope you enjoy. Up. Get down. I'm usually really against checking my phone in the morning. I really don't want to be flooded by social media or the news or anything negative or anything that's going to stress me out. But I joined a mastermind recently. It's a mastermind all about money and mindset, and we actually have like a Voxer chat. So I have been checking that in the mornings, basically just to like catch up, because most of the other girls are in the US or in Canada. So they're talking all while I'm sleeping, and it actually is a really, really nice way to wake up. Honestly, like in this group, it's just celebrating money wins or women supporting women or overcoming limiting beliefs. So it definitely is like something really inspiring to start my day with, because I don't actually do my like proper morning routine until I get back from my Muay Thai training. So I'm just about to go to Muay Thai. So yeah, I am just gonna sit here and catch up with, there's 76 messages that I missed overnight. I would normally always clean my desk before I finish for the day, but I had a late call last night that finished at like 8:30. Oh, and now this is stressing me out. But I have Muay Thai in about 5 minutes, so I need to get ready. It's so funny, well, I don't know if it's funny, but it's interesting that this is like the new routine now. Like, have I got my hair done? Have I got my bobby pins in? Have I got my mask? Yes, check. I'm not cool enough to have a really fashionable one yet, so I'm going with this. Finished my Muay Thai training, and now I'm about to have some breakfast. So I'm pretty boring. I have the same thing for breakfast every single morning, which is just poached eggs on toast. However, I am really in the pursuit of like maximum energy at the moment. So later today, I'm actually going to be having a session with a naturopath, basically just to ask them, like, I'm someone who wants to just do a lot of stuff, like with all my hobbies and my business and traveling, and I just want to like squeeze all of the zest out of life. And so I'm going to have a naturopath session later today and basically ask her, like, what should I be eating? What supplements should I be taking? Like, what can I do to like have literally the most energy possible, like maximize my energy. So maybe my breakfast will change, but as of today, before that session, I am still having my poached eggs. So that's what I'm gonna do now. And then I'm gonna shower, and then I'm gonna jump into my like spiritual mindset part of my morning routine.
A study video. You know when sometimes you just literally watch someone studying for 2 hours? We can make that 10-hour video.
Follow a long workout. At this point, you have to really think.
So I am now ready. I am gonna go for something a little bit more casual today. I'm just wearing like some black pants with a sweater jumper, and my hair is up because it is so disgusting. But as I was eating breakfast, my camera died, so I didn't really have time to wait for it to charge before I got ready. I mean, seeing me get ready is probably not the reason you are here. I basically just have a shower, I do my skincare routine, which at the moment I'm trying to use all of that like drunk elephant stuff. It's really good, but I don't know if I just bought it because of the hype, to be honest. And then I just got dressed. I usually pick my outfits at the start of the week, which you can see the way that I do that in my Sunday routine vlog. I will leave it linked on the screen. But today I ended up just choosing something really cozy and comfy because I've got one of those days where I have a lot of like administration kind of work to do. So I just feel like being a bit more comfy. Plus it's like so gray and gloomy outside. Look at that, that is the sky. Gross. But essentially what I'm gonna do now is my morning routine. So I'll explain what I do a little bit. Basically, I am doing this money manifestation program, as I said. It's from Yes Supply. Oh my gosh. And at the beginning of the program, she actually created this entire book. I'm not gonna show you the contents of this book, but she created this entire workbook, which has essentially like daily routines and rituals that you can go do. Essentially, it's like gratitude and visualization and coming up with money-making activities for the day. So I do that pretty much every single morning. What I then also do is I also journal. So I actually recently bought this journal from Dreamy Moons. I will leave her Instagram linked below. So I will do like the workbook stuff from here, and then I will also do a bit of journaling here. And then the other thing that I've been doing every morning as well is pulling a card. So I kind of just intuitively choose which deck I want to go for. Today I think I feel like going for this one. And then I basically will just pull a card from this as well. And yeah, just kind of like really get in the vibe. So I definitely realized that all of this manifestation work, or I should say more so this mindset work, it's not even really necessarily manifestation. It's like working on your subconscious mind and working on really overcoming like limiting beliefs and stuff. I know that has really worked because for me, I'm actually celebrating making a 40K month this month. And that doesn't sound that large necessarily, like I've definitely had bigger months in the past, but I'm celebrating that because I basically made 40K cash this month without really doing anything. Like I've had 50, 70K months in the past last year, but it was always with a launch or, you know, doing some big money-making activity. Whereas this month, I mean, this year I've only launched 2 things. We're already in July or the end of July, and I've only launched my group coaching program and then one other course. And last year I launched like so many different courses, so many different programs. Like I was always launching things. And whilst I had a really, really great year last year, I'm pretty much on track without actually really doing as much work. Because this year for me was always going to be like a restructuring year. I wanted to create more systems. I wanted to focus more on YouTube. I wanted to grow my team. So I kind of always knew it wasn't necessarily going to be a big growth year, but it was like one of those years where I was going to take a step back to take a step forward. But anyway, like this month in particular, I'm just a couple of K off reaching that 40K income goal. So celebrating that, and essentially what I am manifesting at the moment is working my way up to about 80 to 100K months in my business. So I go through and I first do my gratitude, I do visualization, I connect in with my goal, I write out my goal a bunch of times, I then start to ask my intuition what I need to be doing today to get me closer to my goal, and I've really just been trying to follow that every day. And it's obviously been working because this month I am celebrating. So I'm gonna jump into that and maybe I'll explain to you afterwards anything that does come up. Oh, one thing I do as well actually is my coach has recorded all of these like subliminals that's in our portal for the mastermind. So her name's Reese. She has recorded all these like subliminals and I love them so much. So every single morning when I'm doing my morning routine, I listen to this one that is like subliminals about being a millionaire. I really love it. One thing I've found has really been working with my gratitude lately is I kind of choose a theme. So rather than just doing the same thing over and over again every single day, being like my family, my home, and all of that, I've kind of been choosing an area of my life or one of my particular values or something that I'm interested in and pulling all of the little pieces out of that that I'm grateful for. So in particular today, I really focused in on YouTube. I'm just feeling really inspired. I obviously love YouTube. It's like my number one goal. I want to grow my YouTube channel. I've always wanted that right back since as long as I can remember. I've always wanted to be an entertainer. And so particularly what I was doing today was just going through and listing out all of the things about YouTube that I just feel super grateful for. So I just wrote YouTube in general, like I'm obviously grateful for the platform, my community obviously. I listed out like my YouTube manager, my old YouTube manager. So essentially now that I'm feeling in that like really high vibe, loving, grateful state, now I'll start writing out all of the things that I'm manifesting, but like writing them over and over again. So like particularly what I'm working on manifesting at the moment is like reaching that 80 to 100K month mark. So I'm just like writing out like, I am so happy and grateful that my business makes $100,000 a month. So after I've done like my visualization and everything, then basically what I do, as I mentioned before, is I ask my intuition, what are 3 top money making activities that I can do today? So what came up for me is promote my membership, because I'm actually going to be working on next month's masterclass. It's celebrating my income, and also I'm going to launch some spaces for my single sessions that I do have. So I don't do this very often. Like I only do it sometimes when I maybe have, you know, quite a long wait list of my one-on-one coaching. But every so often I will launch some like single sessions, so like 3-hour sessions where I can essentially help people set up like a business plan and then essentially how they're going to achieve their business goals in the next 6 months, like give them the plan for that. But like I said, I don't do those as regularly because the type of coaching that I like to do is like heavy on the implementation, but I know for some people they just need that like kick in the butt head start. So that's one of the things that I'm also going to launch today. So now I am going to start journaling. I don't really have any limiting beliefs that are coming up at the moment. I've been doing a lot of limiting belief journaling lately, and if you've seen my limiting belief video, I will leave it linked on the screen again. If you've seen that, then yeah, definitely that's the type of journaling I've been doing a lot, working through limiting beliefs. But I think today I'm going to do what's called scripting. So basically I'm just going to like write in my journal. I'm going to like choose a day in the future when I'm like moved into my house once it's built, because I'm building my house at the moment, and I'm just gonna kind of like describe a whole day. One thing I always do, this is really funny, I did it with my 100K subscriber plaque as well, but I used to always journal about like the delivery coming of my like subscriber plaque. So I might do that for like the $1 million one, and obviously yeah, like I'm just gonna kind of like journal out what a day in the future, like my ideal dream day, obviously if all of the things that I'm manifesting at the moment have kind of come true. And I redid my vision board the other day. I don't know if you can see that, it's obviously this camera like just has a focusing issue, but I redid my vision board the other day. So I'm going to kind of like look at that and just like pretend, or like visualize, I should say, not pretend. I'm going to visualize me living in my new house, planning holidays, all that fun stuff, and then I will pull a card. I want to read you my journal entry for today. So like I said, I did a scripting exercise, and basically what I do when I'm scripting is I try to just kind of like hone in on a scenario, and I almost write it like I kind of write a play maybe, but there's a lot of details left out. I have no idea how to write a play. Today has been a much slower morning. George and I woke up a bit later and went and played basketball for an hour and a half, then came back to eat breakfast on the deck. It's such a beautiful summer's day. I'm so obsessed with eating outside in my beautiful new home. Feeling really grateful. Today is a filming day, and we're filming a day in the life because I'm celebrating the last day of my biggest launch of Simply Business ever. We enrolled 80 amazing women, and we plan to do 2 in-person events that are free for all SBA students. So I'm kind of just like writing things that I would like to manifest, and I'm kind of just writing things that I would be like celebrating in the future. But I also try to write like some of the kind of more, let's say like mundane details of this, as you'll see, because then it kind of just allows my brain to like really create this. This is not like an extravagant day. This is like, this could be a normal day in the future, because most of this stuff could essentially happen Now I'm just injecting it with all the little things that I want to achieve. I'm also really excited today because my YouTube channel has recently crossed over the 1 million subscribers mark, and I just have a feeling that my plaque is going to arrive today. After breakfast, George washes up while I respond via voice note to my one-on-one clients. Then we start filming, and just as I'm talking about the event, Harvey starts to bark because he sees the postman coming to the door. He has a big parcel and I already know what it is. George is filming while I open it up so we can celebrate together on the vlog. I pause for a moment and just feel so freaking proud and grateful thinking about the last 7 years on this platform and how happy I feel for every single thing that has happened. So that's my little journaling session, and then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a card, but I need to take you off because I use my card deck as my tripod. So yeah, well, let's pull a card. So this card was definitely one that resonated with me. I won't read the whole thing, but it just says, like, with this active process, there is a level of self-mastery that shines through that allows you to manifest from pure thought alone. And for me, like, that so has to do with everything I'm focusing on at the moment. I'm focusing on self-mastery, I'm focusing on niche mastery, I'm focusing on, like, becoming superhuman, what I was talking about before with, like, the energy. I'm focusing more on my mindset. So that was definitely a card that resonated. Basically, what I would do after all of this morning routine is I would just go and set up my day. So I would just essentially check in with my Asana, check in with my calendar. I would go through my emails. I've done a lot of morning routines where I've showed you the work side of it. I kind of more so wanted to show you the spiritual side of it, but also my camera is about to run out of battery again. So I am going to leave it here. I hope you enjoyed this morning routine. Definitely let me know if you would like to hear more about this, like, self-mastery, energy management, mindset stuff. I really want to bring you along this entire journey, whether it be through sit down talking videos or whether it be through vlogs. But I thank you so much for watching. I love you. I appreciate you so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.